What if I told you the person you just passed on the street, the one in the beat-up truck, is a billionaire? It sounds like a movie plot, but in America, it's a reality. We're about to pull back the curtain on 7 billionaires who live right among us, completely undetected. Forget the private jets and mega yachts. These are the secret titans you might be neighbors with, and their stories are more fascinating than you can imagine. Stick around, because you won't believe who's really running the world from the shadows. First up, let's talk about the king of secret billionaires, Philip Anschutz. Ever been to a concert at the O2 Arena in London? Or maybe you've caught a Lakers game. You've put money in his pocket. Anschutz owns more sports teams, venues, and live entertainment companies than almost anyone on the planet through his company AEG. But here's the crazy part. You'd never know it by looking at him. He's notoriously private, has given only a handful of interviews in his entire life, and lives a relatively quiet life in Denver. He reportedly drives himself to work and prefers a simple lifestyle, a stark contrast to his massive empire that spans from sports and music to real estate, railways, and even movies like The Chronicles of Narnia. He's the ultimate puppet master, pulling the strings of global entertainment from behind a very thick, very private curtain. His influence is everywhere, yet the man himself is practically a ghost. Now, from entertainment to groceries, have you ever shopped at Aldi or Trader Joe's? Then you've met the Albrecht family. The late Karl and Theo Albrecht, two German brothers, created a grocery empire by focusing on one simple thing: extreme frugality. After a falling out over whether to sell cigarettes, they split the company into Aldi Nord and Aldi St. Theo's side. Aldi Nord also owns Trader Joe's in the US. These guys took cost-cutting to a legendary level. Stories say they'd use pencils down to tiny stubs and refused to pay for advertising. This philosophy extends to their personal lives. They lived in seclusion, so terrified of drawing attention after Theo was kidnapped and held for ransom in 1971. Their children and grandchildren have inherited not just billions, but also this deep-seated desire for anonymity. They're one of the wealthiest families in the world, yet they live like phantoms, their vast fortune built on saving you a few cents on groceries. Next, we have a name you probably know, but a family you definitely don't. The Mars family. Yes, the candy people. M&M's, Snickers, Twix, even pet food like pedigree and whiskey. The Mars family is one of America's richest dynasties, with a combined net worth that rivals entire countries. And yet, have you ever seen Jacqueline Mars on the cover of a magazine? Or John Mars giving a TV interview? Absolutely not. For over a century, the family has maintained a code of absolute silence. They live on a secluded horse farm in Virginia, far from the public eye. They don't have publicists. They don't attend flashy galas, and their company headquarters in McLean, Virginia, is famously known as the Kremlin for its intense secrecy. They believe the focus should be on their products, not their personal lives. This family controls a huge portion of what we eat, yet they remain one of the most mysterious and invisible dynasties in American history. How about a billionaire who built his fortune on something you use every single day, but have probably never thought about? Meet David Zolik. He's the co-founder of Green Sky, a fintech company that provides instant loans for home improvement projects. That new roof or kitchen remodel? There's a good chance Green Sky financed it. Zolik is a genius who started college at 14 and built and sold a computer assembly company before he could even legally vote. He started Green Sky not in Silicon Valley, but in Atlanta, Georgia. And he lives a surprisingly normal life there. He doesn't chase the spotlight. Instead, he focuses on his work and family. He is a perfect example of a new wave of tech billionaires who aren't interested in the stereotypical Bay Area hype. He's quietly revolutionizing the finance industry from his office in the South, proving you don't need to be loud to make a massive impact. This next one is wild. Imagine becoming a billionaire from selling tires and auto parts. That's the story of Diane Hendricks. After her husband and business partner passed away, she didn't just keep their company ABC Supply afloat, she transformed it into the largest wholesale distributor of roofing and siding in the country. She's a self-made woman, one of the richest in America, who started with nothing. But you won't find her flaunting her wealth. She still lives in Afton, Wisconsin, a small town with a population of about 1,000 people. She's fiercely dedicated to rebuilding her local community and American manufacturing, investing millions into revitalizing old factories. While other billionaires are buying islands, Diane Hendricks is buying and fixing up abandoned buildings in Beloit, Wisconsin. She's a powerhouse hiding in plain sight in America's heartland. Now for a story that sounds like it's straight out of a Hollywood script. Charles Butt and his family own H-E-B, the beloved Texas grocery chain. If you're from Texas, you know H-E-B is more than just a store. It's a way of life. The Butt family's fortune is estimated to be over $17 billion. But Charles Butt is so intensely private that there are barely any photos of him online. He's known for his incredible philanthropy, donating huge portions of the company's profits to education and hunger relief. In Texas, he's created a company culture so strong that employees are fiercely loyal. But as for the man himself, he's an enigma. He lives a quiet, unpretentious life in San Antonio, preferring to let his company's good deeds do the talking. He controls a massive, dominant, regional empire, yet he moves through the world almost completely unnoticed. A true Texas legend, hiding from the spotlight. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate secret billionaire, and my personal favorite story. His name is Harry Stein, and he's the richest man in Iowa. His fortune comes from something you'd never guess. Seeds, specifically the genetics of corn and soybeans. Stein, who is dyslexic and has a slight stutter, is a mathematical savant. He discovered that certain soybean plants were genetically superior and started breeding them. Then, he had a revolutionary idea. Instead of selling the seeds, he would license the genetics to huge companies like Monsanto and This made him a fortune. But here's the kicker. He lives in a modest home, drives a regular car, and is famous in his local town for wearing the same simple clothes every day. He's a farmer at heart. He spends his days personally inspecting his fields, more comfortable with data on crop yields than with his own bank statement. He is a genuine, down-to-earth genius who revolutionized agriculture and became a billionaire by staying true to his roots in rural America. So, there you have it. 7 people with unimaginable wealth who choose to live without the glitz and glamour. From the entertainment mogul who avoids cameras, to the candy dynasty that operates in total silence, to the farm-loving genetics wizard in Iowa. Their stories prove that true power doesn't always need an audience. It thrives in the quiet, in the unassuming, and sometimes right next door. It makes you wonder, who did you walk past today? Thanks so much for watching. If you found these stories as incredible as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the world's most fascinating people. See you in the next one.